This boat right here is called the USS Monrovia. Now, while it is pretty cool that it's a boat from World War II, the part that's a little disturbing is that it was found at the bottom of Lake Shasta in California. The issue with this is that the severe droughts in California, along with poor stewardship of water, is causing the water table and groundwater levels to get very, very low. This is actually a problem across the United States. If you look at this graph right here, you will see where the red is. The red indicates where the water is getting the lowest. Now, on the East Coast, it's not that bad, and there are some places in Washington and Oregon and Idaho that are actually doing a good job of helping maintain the water levels, but across the Midwest, they're actually draining their water levels. Something we've found that actually is helping water levels is prairie. That's right, prairie, the thing that drinks up water. Prairie does this through four major methods. The first is root systems. You might think that roots would go down into the water and pull it up, but actually the roots decompose, and those holes where the roots were become channels for water to get from the surface down to the water table. Secondly, soil structure. Because of all the organic matter that's dying and decomposing, it actually creates a rich, organic, porous structure of soil, and this allows the soil to let water seep through and get to the water level. Without the root system and the soil structure, water would just wash off into the nearest stream or river. The next is evapotranspiration. This is a fancy word for plant sweat. So plants go down, they get water out of the soil, and then they sweat it out into the atmosphere. This might seem like a bad thing, but it actually is catching water on top or towards the top of soil that would naturally go into streams or rivers that would make it to the Mississippi all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. But now they're able to be evaporated into the atmosphere and be recycled back into the water cycle. Last, but definitely not least, is wetland support. Without prairies, many wetlands would not be able to exist. Not only do they help hold the water in its place and they help hold the soil so it's not washed away to create these docks around wetlands, and they're able to recharge the groundwater into the local water cycle, which helps keep these wetlands fresh. So while groundwater levels may be an issue, we can actually do our part in the Midwest by preserving, protecting, and planting our own prairies.